Hey guys, welcome back to Vegan Growth. Today's subject is the milk you're drinking safe? Um, Now, I came and stumbled across an article that I found on one of my vegan channels that I follow, and it talked about a recent study that has been published about a food ingredient that is in many milks, uh, basically all the vegan milks that people drink, such as soy, almond, coconut, and rice milk. It can be in any one of those. It is also in some dairy products like cottage cheese, so any of you non-vegans or non-vegetarians out there, um, this is also kind of for you. So the ingredient is called carrageenan. Now, it is derived from red seaweed. It's a food additive used to thicken foods. It's a thickening agent. So it's used like for the milk, it's used to make it, I suppose, more creamier, and I suppose to make it a better texture and make it taste better because of the creaminess. Now, one thing that I found out while I started researching this after I read the article was that carrageenan is used also as a de-icer for frozen airplanes sitting on tarmacs during winter storms, so that's a little scary. Now, there are two classes of carrageenan. One is food safe and approved, also known as undergraded. The other is non-approved or non-food safe, also known as degraded. But we'll just call them food safe and non-food safe to make it easier. Now, there have been a lot of studies done on carrageenan, and it was listed, the non-food safe carrageenan was listed as a possible human carcinogen by the World Health Organization in 1983. It was found to cause inflammation, colon inflammation, and colon cancer in rodents, and resembling ulcerative colitis, which is an inflammatory bowel disease. Now, it's been very well established that the non-food safe carrageenan is harmful, but there's been some concern about the food safe carrageenan. And so lately, this article brought up basically that the food safe carrageenan that we have been consuming for so long is actually not safe and is a cancer-causing food. It's a carcinogenic food. So some studies, one industry tested food safe carrageenan. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but one industry tested it for the presence of non-food safe carrageenan, and every sample of the food safe carrageenan had at least some of the non-food safe carrageenan in it. Some samples had as much as 25% non-food safe carrageenan. So it's a little scary that even that all of the supposedly food safe carrageenans had at least some non-food safe carrageenan in it. So this is in all different kind of vegan, vegetarian milks, not cow milk, um, but it can be in like cottage cheese and thicker milks. Uh, but are you safe if you go organic? Organic milk, almond milk, or coconut milk, whatever you decide to choose? No, actually, it's not. Carrageenan was approved for use in organics in 1995. So that's a little scary. Now, some of the products that it's in, the major brands that use carrageenan are Blue Diamond, Carnation, Horizon, Pacific, So Delicious, the Starbucks, like soy milk and coconut milk that they have coconut milk they just started using, Tempt, Zyco, and Silk. Although the Silk unsweetened almond milk does not have carrageenan in it. So if you're using any of those brands above, I would probably stop and rethink about using them. Now, when I read the article that I first read, I got freaked out. We had, I buy my brand, it's called Friendly Farms, and I buy almond milk. It's a sweetened vanilla almond milk. Although, at the time, I didn't have that brand because I was at a store and I didn't have almond milk at home and I really needed it, so I bought a different brand. And so I had this one more expensive brand, and then I also had bought the Friendly Farms coconut milk because I hadn't had it in a long time and I wanted to try it, see if our family might like it again. And so I had both of those in my refrigerator. And so I went home, I came home from work, I found this when I was researching, I had some free time at work, and once I came home, I looked at both of the milks that I had, and the more expensive almond milk that I don't really ever buy had carrageenan in it, and the coconut milk, which is the brand that I do buy, although I don't buy coconut milk almost ever, did have carrageenan in it as well. So it didn't matter if it's expensive or organic, it still had it. A couple days later, my husband bought the Friendly Farms version, the less expensive version of the sweetened vanilla almond milk, and so I checked that right away, and it did not contain carrageenan in it, which was great. The other good thing that I like about the milk that we buy is the fact that it contains added vitamins and minerals. It has added vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, calcium, and potassium. So that's really nice. But, since seeing all these things, and I've looked before in books to see, maybe thinking about making my own homemade almond milk, because I know a lot of people do it, but I read it and I just thought, oh, this is too hard. Why, I could just go to the store and buy almond milk, and why would I waste my time just on milk, So, but I do, now that I've read all this stuff, I'm kind of thinking of making my own almond milk, and I clicked on the link when I was reading the article. There was a link on how to make your own almond milk, and it was a video, and it showed how to make it, and actually it seemed really easy. I couldn't believe it. So I looked up more recipes, and I have links to 2 recipes below. They are both sweetened vanilla almond milks. They're a little bit different, but if you want to look them up, you can feel free to look them up and try them out. It can be actually much less expensive depending on what ingredients you use, and also it's less expensive because you get this pulp at the end. When you make almond milk, you have almond pulp, and you can use that for a bunch of different foods. Like, you can make pizza crust out of it, you can make almond flour, which almond flour, if you buy it at the store, it's really expensive. So you can use the leftover pulp to make almond flour. And then just a variety of other things. So I have a link below as well for that, on what to do with leftover almond pulp. So I think I'm going to try making it this week, and I will, when I do it, I'll try posting a video and while I'm making it and kind of show you what I'm doing. There's tons of videos out there about how to make almond milk, but I'll make my own as well and see how it compares um, to the milk that I buy at the store. And you know, it's probably a lot healthier because you're making it. Anything you make homemade pretty much is healthier, but of course it's not easier. So I have those links below. I also have two links talking about Carrageenan and just information about it and uh, the cancer causing effects. And one of the articles has studies that were published, so you can, if you want, you can look up those studies. So anyway, I I hope you like this video. If you choose to make the almond milk, um, that's great, and I am gonna try and make my own and try and make a video for that as well. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please like and subscribe this video, and if you have any ideas for another video that you want me to make, then leave a comment below. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.